Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze, if I pronounced that correctly. And this movie just came out recently in the year 2025, pretty late in the year. And I thought this movie was awesome. And it's a movie off of the series Chainsaw Man Season 1. It's a direct follow up from where Season 1 ended. And if you really want all the context, then watch Season 1 first, then watch this movie. But I do feel as though this movie does work to a certain degree as a standalone film. You get a sense of who characters are and what they're doing in this world, and some things will make sense for you. And if you want some more context, then the show will probably fill in some of those gaps at the very least. Even though, like, the whole story, it's pretty simple, really. But it's just the amount of characters that we have and storylines with each character that they have to go through that makes it kind of somewhat complicated. That's where it gets. That's where things get less simple. I'll say that. But this movie was just a blast for me, and it really moves by really fast. And I liked following our main character, Denji. He was always really entertaining in the show, and same thing in this movie. He's really funny, and his character is pretty much an idiot and does everything based off of like certain things that he believes and his mentality. And it's just really funny what they do with his character. And the story itself, pretty simple. And once you get a clear understanding of what the story is, the movie just gets right into the action, and pretty much the whole second half of this movie is just nonstop action, and it's awesome. I loved it. First half is dialogue setups for the second half. Then the second half is just an explosion of stuff going on, and it's so much fun to watch. And the action itself, awesome. I loved it. And crazy stylized action that it really understood, and I believe it was present in the show as well. And in the show, there wasn't too much action, but once we do get to the action, it's still fun and entertaining. But this movie, it's like taking the best of what you would want and also what an action movie would need. And because of that, we get an incredible like action scene like that just never stops. It's like the climax to Kill Bill Volume 1. I loved it. And if I'm going to judge this movie based off of the action, I would say that the whole movie was worth it just for that. And I will be buying this movie on a physical disc just to revisit that whole second half. Loved it. And the characters in this movie, they do make them interesting and compelling. And there were some minor characters that were shown up at the end of season 1 that do get more development in this movie, which I did appreciate a lot. And this movie just takes the strengths of everything that was in the show and just improves on them and makes a great movie out of it. And the comedy in this movie was pretty funny to me whenever it was trying to be funny, and everything that you would want in this movie is in it. Do you want really great action? It's here. Do you want those characters that you love in the show to show up and stay true to what you love about them? It's in here. Do you want that style that the show was going for? It's in this movie as well. Do you want just really great animation in a film where that should be the standard? It's in here. And there were some moments where they were using CG animation, but I feel as though it blended much better in this movie than it did in the show, which I really liked about it. And there are parts of this movie where I thought, okay, if we're going to do this, don't pretend as though it's going to be anything other than what we're expecting. And the movie is fully aware of this, not in a self-awareness kind of way where it's trying to poke fun at itself, but rather has a good understanding that, yeah, you're familiar with these tricks and we're not even going to pretend. And also, by the time we get to certain places, they don't disappoint once we get there. It fully delivers. And I can't think of too many movies where they have very obvious setups and payoffs, but it's satisfying in both directions. And this movie pulled it off, in my opinion. It's pretty simple and not much is really to expect, but This movie is, in ways, very simple, much like the show in some ways, but I don't feel as though that's a negative. I just feel as though if you know what you are, then just go with it. And pretty much the first half of this movie was like, yeah, I'm really enjoying these characters and where the story is going, and it looks nice, it's well shot, and has good music to go along with it, great characters, and all that kind of stuff. Really loved it. And the second half of this movie, absolute blast, never stops with the action. It made me want to see the movie again. So, if this sounds like it's up your alley, then check it out. If you've never seen Chainsaw Man Season 1, I don't know if this movie is going to win you over. However, I do feel as though you'll be entertained at the very least, if you can sit through the whole thing, because there might be some parts where it might be, okay, this might not be my cup of tea. But if you're a fan of the show, just watch the movie. Why aren't you watching the movie? Like, it just builds on those strengths that the show had. So definitely check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And I was surprised as to how much I enjoyed this film. And you know what? I'm going to give it a high rating. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze Arc, a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze Arc, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Fantastic Four First Steps. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching, and have a great day.